Have to find a way to understand quantum mechanic. From previous videos, space in dimension and gravity explanation. Everything is space wave. Particle is space vibration by energy. Space and energy confine each other by spinning around a high-density spot become a particle. Like energy trapped in a black hole. When particles move from one place to another, the space is not moving with them but their confined energy causing its new phenomenon in new space. To help us imagine, thanks the crazy pool of vortex video from Physics Girl. So particle is just an effect or phenomenon of the vibration of space. When we observe it we get the effect of our equipment interfering with it. Like blind touching elephant. About the double slit experiment. Imagine the electron is a kind of wave, space vibration, or cloud of energy. When it moved toward the target, before we observe it, this electron can pass through both slot in same time became two entangled waves and interfering each other. Until it reaches the observer. This cloud of energy wave has been interfered as an interference pattern reaching the target. It is going to pass its energy to the observer, but this energy has to be quantumed in order to be absorbed by the atom of observer. This meaning it have to be bigger than the smallest electron energy level of the atom inside the observer in order for the atom accept the energy. Otherwise it will be bounced back to the electron wave. Because of this, only one atom from the observer gets the whole energy from whole interference pattern. So the effect we have seen is one spot was hit by an electron. After a lot of this happening, this interference probability pattern was emerged. Imagine when a car hit a wall, only the most front tipping point toughs the wall. The electron is a big elephant but we are blind. Particles are cloud of phantom energy, we only can see its shadow, which is the phenomenon created by interfering with them. So when we observe it, it becomes a dot. What about we put a detector in front of slot to see which slot the electron passes? Then the interference pattern changes back to dot. Simply when you detect it, a bit of energy come out of it, the entangled electron wave has been interfered and changed back to single wave, just like it has passed through one slot. There is no such a way of doing observation without interfering, or changing. Observation equals interfering. For example, when we observing an apple we made tiny part of change to the apple which doesn't affecting the apple much and it is still an apple. But when we observing a particle, for example, spin of electron, the quantum state of the particle has to change to emit energy, which here is information in order for us to observe. It's like when we observe the apple in our stomach. It's joking. Quantum mechanics says you wouldn't be able to know the position of a particle. It's everywhere simultaneously. The moment you observing it. The moment it decide its position. Really? Sounds like particle is a person. Let's try another way. Particle is a wave. So it should be everywhere simultaneously. When you detect its position, what's happening is that you are obtaining a bit of energy from it. Because of energy quanta effect. Only one atom at some position of detector can get that one bit of energy. So we didn't see the whole wave but a particle. About the superposition principle of quantum mechanics. If I'm throwing a coin before it reaching the ground, you ask me is it faces up or face down? I only can tell you the probability. After it hit the ground you can found out it face up. So you can tell me the coin is face up. But unfortunately, this electron coin can never stops spinning. Because when it stops spinning, this energy cloud space wave phantom will lose its identity and became a condensation. Or just a clutch of space. The reason we can found the electron spin up is just in that moment. When we interfering it. I'm not using the word observing here. We found it spin up. And we took all the other probability of spin away. By absorbing its energy of other spin to keep its spin up or down. After that this electron no longer in superposition. But if we don't observe it, it will keep spin all positions simultaneously because not like a coin the electron have many forms of space vibrations or waves spinning around a particle black hole. By the way, everything made of space and energy plus information. But we cannot see the space itself. Because when space was evenly distributed in 3D dimension, with absolutely no phenomenon, no interaction, no information or no meanings. Guess what? We call it nothing. We can only feel space's phenomenon disturbed by energy through interactions. About the delayed choice quantum eraser experiment. Again, there is no such a way of doing observation without interfering, or changing. Observation equals interfering. For example, when we observing an apple we made tiny part of change to the apple which doesn't affecting the apple much and it is still an apple. But when we observing a particle, for example, spin of electron, the quantum state of the particle has to change to emit energy which here is information in order for us to observe. It's like we observing the apple in our stomach. Haha. The quantum state of the particle changed, thus its behavior changed. Observation make particle change its behavior. The erase is just change it back. No more math. Thanks for watching and please feel free to leave any comments. Thank you.